Assalamu alaikum, grade sixes. Okay, so for our lesson today, multiplication and prime factors, the first thing that we need to know is what are factors. Now, factors are numbers that can go into another number exactly without leaving a remainder. So let's look at factors of 36, for example. What are the numbers that can go into 36? First, let's see what can we multiply by each other to get 36. We can say 1 times 36, right? 2 times 18, 3 times 12. Now, all of these numbers can go exactly into 36 without leaving a remainder. So that is what factors are. So let's think of a simpler example. Let's look at factors of 4. What are the numbers that can go exactly into 4 without leaving a remainder? 1 times 4, therefore 1 and 4 are factors. 2 times 2, therefore 2 is a factor of 4 as well. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding. Okay, the next thing we are going to look at is prime numbers. Now, prime numbers, what you need to know about this is that are divisible by 1 and the number itself only. This means that the only numbers that can go into or fit into a prime number is the number 1 and itself. So let's look at 2 for example. The only numbers that we can multiply by each other to get to is 1 and 2. Therefore, only 1 can fit into 2 and 2 can go into 2. No other numbers can be multiplied by each other to get to. The same thing goes for 3. The only numbers that we can multiply by each other to get 3 is 1 and 3. We cannot multiply any other number, right, that is smaller than 3 to get 3. The same thing goes for 5. So these are what prime numbers are. The next thing we are going to move on to is composite numbers. Now, any number that is not a prime number is a composite number. Let's look at 4 for example. What can we multiply to get 4? We can say 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. So the numbers that can go into 4 are 1, 4, and 2. Right? So we can multiply other numbers besides 1 and 4 that can that will give us 4. Right? The same thing goes for 6. Let's look at 6. What numbers can we multiply to give us 6? We can say 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. So not only 1 can go into 6 and not only 6 can go into 6, also 2 and 3 can go into 6. Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. Now, in order for us to multiply large numbers, we have 2 methods. The first method is to use factors. Now, when we know the factors of a number, it'll be easier for us to multiply. So let's look at this example, 547 times 42. Right? 547 is a big number to be split up. So let's look at 42. It's much easier to split up. So what can we split up to get 42? We can say 6 times 7. So we are going to say 542 times 6 times 7. Right. We can further split 6 into factors. Other numbers that give us 6 will be 2 and 3. But we cannot split 7 further. So let's see here. 547 times 2 times 3 times 7. 7 cannot be split further.